Are you looking for the best external hard drives? In this video, we will look at some of the best external hard drives on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Western Digital 8TB Elements Desktop Hard Drive. If you're counting bytes per dollar, the Western Digital 8TB Elements hard drive is a great deal. You usually need to look at really external hard drives to get the best value per byte from a new storage device. With the PS5's 8TB limit, this is as high as we can go. Western Digital's 8TB Elements drive will give you lots of storage for the best value right now. Just about anything else is going to cost you at least a few dollars more. Unlike many of our picks, which are small and portable, this is a large desktop hard drive that needs to draw power from an outlet. Just plug it in, hide it in the back of your media cabinet, and you've got a secret treasure trove of PlayStation 4 games. Number 2. SanDisk 512GB UltraFit USB 3.1 Flash Drive. The SanDisk 512GB UltraFit is very small, even by flash drive standards. This is the smallest drive on this list in every sense of the word. The SanDisk UltraFit is smaller than any of our other picks. In fact, it's smaller than most flash drives. You could easily put it in your pocket and forget about it. More importantly, you can plug it into a console and completely forget it's there. At the same time, it's also only 512 gigabytes, which doesn't add all that much capacity to your console. That said, 512 gigabytes is nearly as much as the PS5's internal storage with the OS installed. The price is small too, so it's a good way to get a little extra storage without spending too much. Number 3. Samsung T7 Shield 2TB Portable SSD. If you want the fastest read and write speeds, despite the PS5's limitations, the Samsung T7 Shield is a very capable external SSD. It's a bit early to start thinking about moving games from one PS5 to another. Most people need good luck just to get that first console, but we still love the rugged construction of the Samsung T7 Shield. This drive offers 1000 megabytes per second sequential read/write speeds, so it isn't the fastest SSD out there. It's fine for this use case though, and you might notice a small bump in load times if you compare it to other external hard drives. If nothing else, the rugged build will ensure this drive lasts, which is nice since it's expensive. Number 4. Western Digital My Passport Ultra Hard Drive. This 5 TB drive gives most people the best balance of price, speed, capacity, portability, and usability. That makes it a great choice for backing up your laptop or transferring large files between your office and. We recommend choosing a portable hard drive because such models offer simplicity and versatility whether you're backing up files on a laptop, expanding your computer's storage capacity, or transferring files from one computer to another. The best portable hard drive for most people is the Western Digital My Passport Ultra 5 TB, whose capacity and cost per terabyte make it a better value than most. It connects to USB-A and USB-C ports, and its body has a native USB-C port, which is more durable and easier to plug in than the micro-B connectors on older drives. Its 5 TB capacity makes it an excellent value. At about $26 per terabyte, the My Passport Ultra offers more for the price than the competition. For example, the 4 TB Toshiba Canvio Advance Plus we tested is a few bucks cheaper per terabyte, but it has a lower maximum capacity and has a less sturdy micro-B connector on its body. Our former pick, the Toshiba Canvio Flex, is pricier at about $28 per terabyte, and it's also limited to 4 terabytes. Number 5. Crucial X6 Portable SSD. These Crucial drives are my favorite general-purpose external storage drives. They're reasonably priced for a portable SSD and speedy enough for most uses. The X6 is lightweight and tiny, making it a good choice for working at the coffee shop. This isn't a blinding fast hard disk. In fact, under the hood, the X6 uses an older drive interface, serial at attachment, or SATA, which was more common with spinning hard drives. So while it's small and light, its speed is limited by that older interface technology. In my testing on Windows and Mac OS, that works out to about 550 megabytes per second read speed and 208 megabytes per second write speed. That's good enough for backup and use as an external drive, but I don't recommend it for Xbox or PlayStation use. It does work fine with the iPad Pro though. The major downside is the plastic construction. It's a portable hard drive, not an indestructible hard drive. If you're worried about it breaking in your bag, grab a padded case. There are plenty out there, like this one. The Crucial X9, below, is a step up from the X6, both in terms of build quality, its metal to the X6 plastic, and speed, but the X9 is considerably more expensive. Number 6. Crucial X9 Pro SSD. Crucial's X9 Pro hits the sweet spot of speed, portability, and price to be one of the best drives out there for photographers looking to make backups in the field. These drives are tiny, about half the size of a deck of cards, and weigh a mere 1.3 ounces, 38 grams. They'll connect to just about anything. I tested the X9 Pro on Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, and iOS and never hit any issues with any of them. When it comes to speed, the X9 Pro claims symmetrical read and write speeds at 1050 megabytes per second. I actually consistently got higher speeds, up to 1110 megabytes per second for read and 1100 megabytes per second for write. That puts the X9 Pro at the top of the pack in terms of portable drive speed. I've been testing the X9 Pro for several months now, and while I can't yet speak to the long-term survival rate, I have been testing X6 and X8 drives from Crucial for over 2 years now without issue. There is also the X10 Pro drive, $180, which offers even faster speeds if you have a PC that supports USB 2x2. The latest Intel chips support this spec, but Apple does not, so there's no point in buying the X10 Pro if you have a Mac. I do not own a PC that supports USB 2x2 for extensive testing, but I did get a chance to at least try it, and the X10 Pro does indeed deliver on its promise of 2100 megabytes per second. I got it up to 2050 megabytes per second. If your hardware supports it, the X10 Pro is worth the extra money. Number 7. OWC Envoy Pro Elektron SSD. If you need a drive that can stand up to life in a backpack or camera bag, get wet, or handle a drop onto hard surfaces, OWC drives are your best choice. It's tough to pick a winner here because there are many solid options, but OWC's Elektron drive narrowly beat others in benchmark tests. I also like that you can swap out the drive inside the aluminum casing. It's easy to unscrew, which means 2 years from now, you can pick up a faster bare SSD and drop it in the hardy Elektron enclosure. Sabrent Rocket Nano 1TB SSD for $120. I really like this one. It's smaller and slightly faster than the OWC, but it has 2 drawbacks. The first is that it can get hot. If you're trying to work with it in your lap, it can be downright uncomfortable. The other issue is that sometimes it's slow to be recognized by my PC. I could find no pattern to this. Sometimes it appeared right away, and other times it took a couple of minutes. If those things don't bother you, this drive is tiny, cheaper, and includes a padded rubber case. Number 8. LaCie Rugged SSD. The Go Anywhere drives above are a solid solution for people who need to make backups in the field, like photographers and videographers. But if you want an extra level of comfort, this padded drive from LaCie has long been a favorite of travelers. LaCie makes both an SSD version and a traditional spinning drive version. If speed isn't an issue, as with making nightly backups, then the cheaper spinning drive makes more sense. If you're backing up in the middle of a photo shoot or similar situation where backing up needs to happen fast, the SSD version is what you want. Samsung T7 Shield 2TB SSD for $149. It isn't as padded as LaCie's rugged drives, but it's cheaper and delivers nearly the same speed. It has an IP65 rating, which means it's fine in the rain and is protected from dust and sand. The T7 line is notable for its built-in security features like hardware-based encryption, but unlike the Touch model, the Shield does not have a fingerprint reader. Still, if you don't need the full padded protection of the LaCie and want to save a little money, the T7 Shield is a good option. Number 9. Western Digital P40 Gaming Drive. Take this category with a grain of salt. Most of the drives here will work just fine for gaming, just stick with the fastest you can afford. That said, Western Digital's new P40 does have some cool RGB lights on the bottom if that's your jam. In my testing, that didn't seem to impact power consumption. As for speed, my tests were inconsistent. This drive is capable of speeds that handily beat both the Envoy Pro and Samsung T7, but at other times it seemed to bog down, at least in benchmarks. In real-world use, the bottleneck I consistently hit was some lag in transferring huge amounts of data. That might be a deal-breaker for some, but for the price, it remains a solid choice. Number 10. SanDisk 4TB Extreme Portable SSD. Your life's an adventure. To capture and keep its best moments, you need fast, high-capacity storage that accelerates every move. 1050 megabytes per second read and 1000 megabytes per second write speeds let you store your content and creations on a fast drive that fits seamlessly into your active lifestyle. Up to 2-meter drop protection, 3. With IP55 water and dust resistance, 3. A carabiner loop for securing the drive. From the brand trusted by professional photographers, the SanDisk Extreme Portable SSD provides fast solid-state performance in a tough, reliable storage solution. 1 gigabyte equals 1 billion bytes, 1 terabyte equals 1 trillion bytes. Actual user capacity less. Up to 1050 megabytes per second read speed, up to 1000 megabytes per second write speed. Engineered with proprietary technology to reach speeds beyond UHSI 104 megabytes per second, requires compatible devices capable of reaching such speed. Based on internal testing, performance may be lower depending on host device, interface, usage conditions, and other factors. 1 MB equals 1,000,000 bytes.